which is required for your hardware programs. So this is especially for VTU MES Lab 18CSL48. We are going to check with your pin understanding of LPC2148, which is an IC which is designed by NXP, that is Philips company, where LPC stands for low power consumption. The IC number what it is using, it is 2148. So as you can see in your diagram, there are n number of pins which is been there for your LPC2148, and each pin there are multiple functionalities which has been associated with it. And as a hardware programming now, I have to configure the to connect with your LPC2148. So for that I will be requiring the ports. So you can see here port number P021, P022, which is there to the left side, and P119, and these pin also are making of another functionalities like AD17, PWM5, where P021, PWM5 stands for pulse width modulation port number 5. Same way we have another options also. So when I want to connect my external device to your LPC2148, I will make use of the port number PO21, PO22 and rest. So port 0, PO stands for port 0, pin number 21. So the pin number starts from PO0 to PO31. So total 31 pin is there under port 0, and same way we have port 1, which is from P1.0 to P1.31. You can see here in the 24th pin here, P127 is being there, P128. So these pins are being used for your port input pin 1. So there are two ports especially designed for LPC214. Each port is having 32 pins. So same thing we'll see in your next one. So LPC2148, it is a general purpose input output. There are two ports, port 0 and port 1. So in this port 0, we have 32-bit wide input output pins, which are each of them have 32 pins, where each corresponds to a particular bit in your device. So has dedicated directional bits for each of the pins represented in the ports. And out of 32 pins, there are only 28 pins which is used for bidirectional input output. That is a digital pins. Remaining 3 pins, that is pin number 24, 26 and 27 are not used, that is not available. And pin number 30 is only used for output pins. So same way you have another port called port 1, which is also used for 32-bit wide input output both pins, where pin number 0 to 15 are only available, are not available. Only 15 pins are being used for this, and thus this port has a dedicated direction for which we can be usable. So out of 32 pins, we are only making use of 15 pins. Remaining 15 pins are not being used. So we have total port 0, port 1 pins which is being there under GPIOS of your LPC2148. Coming to this, once as we saw in your slide 2, where the pin diagram, each pin there is a different functionality associated with it. To make it which functionality I am going to select and which directory it is belonging to, there are certain built-in pins which has to be configured before using it. So that is where we have IOX pin, IOX directory, IO set pin and IO clear pin. IOX pin, X here stands for the port number. It can be port 0 or port 1 pin. So port 0 pin here, if I put IO0 pin, it will indicate for port 0 which we are going to use. So now this port pin tells me which pin I am going to you are going to use it for your hardware. and that each pin is associated one particular directory. That is where your IO0 directory is for. So this directory is a parent for your pin. So that pin, if I want to enable, then I have to enable the directory of that particular pin. That example you can see in this cases down where I've narrated. Here in IO0 directory, that is IO input output, 0 is for your port 0, dir is a directory. I am telling it is 1 shifted to your 2. That means you are going to set the pin 1, it's been shifted to your right side by giving with 2. And you can also do it with by directly assigning the value with 4, that is the last 4 pins of your directory, that is pin number 0, 1, 2 and 3 are being set to this 4 value. 4 will be binary decimal value will become 0100. So port 0 pin number 1 will be 0, port 0 pin number 1 will be 0, port 0 pin number 2 will be 1 and port 0 pin number 3 will be 0. So that is what this 4 indicates. The same way you can do it with your different ways of ORing. ORing, you know that when 0 or 1 it is there, it will be set into 1. So those combination is a OR instruction which is being used here. So indirectly I am making that particular pins to be enabled. So when I make that particular pin to be enabled, here this pin is what I am going to mention it. So that is where your IO directory comes. Then coming to IO set pin, here again same port 0 or 1 is what X indicates. Set pin is to make it high, the pin to be activated and make it as high by putting it as 1. To make it low or clear it, I'll make it as 0. So this is where set and clear, that pin to be giving the value for that pin is by using set, and to delete the value from that pin, we are going to use clear. So set pin, it is this registers can be used to drive an output into logic 1. Logic 1 means I'm setting it into high. So that is why we are telling that as high. Writing 0 does not have any effect. That means the pin is not active, and hence it cannot be used to drive a pin to logic 0. For driving pin low, clear pin will be used. So clear pin, this registers can be used to drive an output configured pin to 0. That is, you have already set the pin to high. Now you want to make it to low. That time you are using logic 0. That is, you are sending 0 to your pin. Writing 0 does not have any effect. Hence, it does not have the pin to be set to logic 1. So you can manipulate your IO directory by assigning the value to it. Either you can use shift operation, or you can directly assign the value as it in this case 2, or you can OR it with OR and shift with your values. So this shift operation makes the value 1 to be shifted twice. So that second pin is what is being made to become high. So coming to the next slide. This is what is the total configuration. Because we are telling port 0 and port 1 values will be there. Each has minimum 4 or 3 different configuration done in for your ICs. So to set the particular pin, we will be using pin select. So pin select tells me which dedicated operation you want to do, or which one you want to choose it for. If it is pin select pin is set to 00, that means we are making use of a general purpose input output operations. That is it's a primary. Default it will be set to 00. If I make it as 01, is the first alteration in your pin. That is, in the first diagram in the IC, you can see here we had 0 P021. This is the default one. This is the 0th one. Pulse width modulation 5 is your second. This is AD1, analog digital 1 is third, and cap is your fourth. So this first pin has 4 functionalities which has been assigned. So this is the first, this is second, third, fourth. So we can say this as 0th pin, first activity, second activity, third activity. Same thing, it's been replicated in your table here. 00 indicates primary, 01 indicates first alteration function, 10 indicates second alteration function, 11 indicates your third operation. So when it compared to this, 00 is your port functionalities default. This one will be in your pin. What is the first alteration we have given? In that example, what we saw in LPC 218 first IC, it is pulse width modulation 5. Then second alteration is your AD 1.6. Third operation is your cap function which is being used. So this is how it will be done. The same thing which if it is for your port 1 with primary functionalities, that is in general purpose computing, which is acting as a transmitter and how the receiver kind, that time your port 0.0, that is port 0, 0th pin is set to 00. That means it is a primary functionalities as we know, which we have seen in the first table. If it is 01, it means it is transaction transit receiver. Second option is pulse width modulation, and 11th 11 if it is set, it is reserved. So this is how the function. This is the example for your table, for the above table. So coming the same way, we have given this big table, tells me all the ports which is there and how each is being configured to with different pulse width modulation functionalities and what is the reset value which you have to configure when you want to avoid those. Next, coming to the important things which we have to focus on, the notes what is very important with this is first one, naming convention. Remember that the naming convention here it is followed as P is capital followed by which X is telling the number of the port, that is port number. As we know, GP general purpose input output operation is giving with port 0 and port 1. So this X indicates either it is a port 0 or port 1, which one you want to configure. Then YZ indicates for your pin number. We have pin from 0 to 31. So if I mention 00, it is nothing but pin number 0 we are referring. If it is 31, it is pin number 31. If it is 28, it will be pin number 28. Port zeros, pin number 28. So that is the example which I have given here. You can go through it. The second important note what you have to focus is, because the functionality of port 0 and 1 have multiple opportunities in your buses, so you need to use pin select operation and check which is the functions you want to use. If it is general purpose, set it to 00. If it is first alteration you want, set it to 01. Second alteration it is 10. Third alternation or reserve, it will become 11. Then coming to the next is the naming conventions. Naming conventions here, always remember first in your pin select or pin directory, pin IO pin or IO clear, always first IO will be capital. It is input output. IO stands for, X stands for your port number, PIN is capital. So it becomes, if it is port 0 pin you want to use, then I will write IO 0 PIN pin, which is used for port 0 in for port 0 pin number you want to select. So coming to the fourth, it is you have to make sure that we are using hexadecimal notations. Microcontroller means you have to remember it is an hexadecimal notation which is going to use. That too, we are using 32-bit representation. So you have to be clear with that. Fifth one is, if bit 0 is the first bit from the right, then the bit 1 will be the second, because it is reverse, you will be finding it. the first bit will be the 0th pin. You are going from right to left instead of left to right. So when you write the pin address, we will go it from right to left. So the last bit, that MSB bit, what we are mentioning, the last one will be your first bit for your configuration. So that has to be very clear. And important one, case one must be avoided. That is compiling with your ones and zeros. You have to be using OR symbol or perform the AND operation and then set your pins. Don't use direct values. That is what it is being mentioned. And if you have any bits to be bulkily changed, then use the second case studies in your previous slide. Or if it is single, make use of your case 3. So let us go with the real-time example. So I'm taking here where I'm setting your one pin, and then for after some delay I'm going to change it. The delay is for some few seconds which have been used. So first line of your program, always in your C program, starts with a header file. Now header LPC214 is your family of which we are using the IC as. So it will be LPC214x.h header file where all the pins have been built-in defined. And I'm calling a delay function where inside my delay function I'm just using a for loop where I am simply running the counter inside it for some amount of time. I'm checking it as your 40 lakh times it has to perform. It will be minimum of 4 seconds delay which will be there. Then inside your main, first step it is always make sure inside the main you will be initializing your directories first. Before using the pins what you want to set, you have to activate the pin. That activation can be done only by setting with your IO directory pin. So IO 0 is what indicates telling that I am making use of port 0 pins, and in that all the pins are set to F. Your F is set to F means all the pins are high. You are configuring 0 to 3 on ports 0 as output port. So it is 0xF. That is, it is represented in terms of hexadecimal where the last value is F. Means your pin number 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 are set to 1. Rest all pins are 0 when you expand. That indicates the port 0 to 3 are the one which is going to use it. So inside your while loop, what you are doing, I am going to set the pin with value. I have just activated here. I have not set any value in your directory file. In your set file, I am having the pin to be set the value. So now I am putting 0xF. So all the 3 pins, that is pin number 0, 1, 2, 3 of port 0 are set to 1. So the LEDs are connected to that pin in your external device that will turn on. That will be on for a delay, whatever the for loop will complete. Once a for loop reaches with the maximum of this, it will come out of that loop. Then I am going to turn off your LEDs. So to turn off the LEDs, whatever I have set, I have to again reset with this value. So when I make this, you will get, it will be off for some other time seconds and then it will come out. So this has to be keep on doing so that it will be doing, because I've given it in a while loop which is always true. This keeps on doing till an external hit is meant to turn off your operations. Thank you. Hope you have understood all the concept. Thank you.